The next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building, back on this side of the planet. My guy, Nim Low, is here. What's up, my boy?
Ain't shit, man. I'm chilling.
Welcome
How
back.
you, man? Thank you.
All right, I got you right now, right? He got $400 socks on.
Nah, 300.
300. Oh, 300. I'm sorry. 300. Oh, that makes it that much better because we can't really see his socks. I mean, Robin the Watch Shop probably got a picture. Got his socks, but he got $300 socks. Me, $10. I ain't as rich as Nim Low just yet.
Man, you on your way, man. You on your way. Last time I seen you, it ain't look like this, man.
It definitely ain't look like this last
This
time.
look like Minority Report in here, man.
I've never had anybody compare the On the Radar studio to Minority Report,
That's a fact.
but I like that. That's funny, man. You've been traveling a lot, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy
man.
for you.
Thank you, man. That's what I like to do, man. I like to do that in my spare time. That's the shit that, eases my mind. You know what I'm saying? Me and my family, we just go out there, just ball in another country. You know what I'm saying?
You be bringing the kids too?
Yeah. Sometimes I take them. Sometimes I don't. You know what I'm saying? My last trip, I didn't take them. The time before that, I did. Oh no, time before that, I didn't either. We was on Mafi Coast, but we went to Belize before that. I had them with us and all that shit. So, word.
You got to have the trips away from them sometimes.
Of course, man. Got to be able to, do your own thing without having nobody to answer to. Because, when you got kids, those your bosses, know what I mean?
Right. What's been your favorite place you traveled to this past year?
Shit, it probably was the Philippines.
Philippines?
Yeah, man. I was out in Palawan, know what I mean? I was out in Oslab. I was out in Cebu. It was real dope, man. It's always dope to go see how other people live on another side of the world. Just expand my mind and my music content. You know what I mean?
I love that for you. Yeah, because even the Palawan Don, that was the name of the song we did today, right?
Facts.
I was like, what is that? What is that? When you were like Palawan, I was trying to get it. It took me like 3 times to get it right.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what is that? And you said it's a Philippine thing.
Yeah. It's a nice island on the Philippines. Beautiful island, beautiful beaches. You know what I'm saying? Crystal clear water, turquoise shit, and yeah, man, shit is just dope out there, man. The living out there is real tranquil. You know what I mean?
Real tranquil. I like when I've been enjoying all these places through your Instagram. Like I saw you met up with like this older couple at one of the spots.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah. Shout out to Cowboy and Karen out in Australia. Matter of fact, that might be one of the next places I go, man. Word.
They're from Australia.
Yeah, they're from
But y'all linked
Australia.
up where? What country?
In Palawan.
Oh, Palawan. That was Palawan.
Yeah,
that looked beautiful.
Yo, super fire, man. They was vacationing, and I was in the pool, and he was walking by, and he seen my jewelry, seen my chain, seen my ring, and he's like, "Yo, can I see your ring?" And I showed it to him. He like, "What's that?" And conversation started. We started kicking. I found out they own and develop hotels across the around the world and all that. He like, "Yo, when you come, you come down by them, man. Make sure you holler at me." He said, "I set you up real nice." You know what I mean? So, word. It's always cool. Also meeting other people from other places, different cultures and shit like that, because you get to expand your reach as well.
What do you feel like was like the biggest like life lesson you've learned from all this traveling you've been doing?
That where I'm from is very small. You know what I'm saying? What we would tend to think, is very large to us because it's the parameters we've been in our whole lives and all that. It's like this is a blip on the radar. Right?
Yeah.
Word. So, it's just it's mad countries. You know what I'm saying? I'll be on 17-hour flights and all that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like it's places that you never heard of, you never seen before, you know what I mean? And it's beautiful and the food is good, and you know what I'm saying? It's just, like I said, it just expands my horizons, you know what I'm saying? My thought process.
I can't even imagine what being on a 17-hour flight is like.
Oh man, as long as you got you got a good flight, you got some good wine, you know what I'm saying? You got a couple good movies. I drink, watch a movie, fall asleep, do that shit 3 times, I'm there, man.
You said do that 3 times? Movie, wine, sleep. Wake up,
Fact.
movie, wine, sleep.
Just like that, I swear to God.
Like, I feel like that's what the Twilight Zone must feel like. Like, I feel like being on like a 17-hour flight is the Twilight Zone. Because it's like, where you're going, but it's like you're just in this consistent state of just being in one place for 17 hours. Which, to me, it's kind of
swollen and shit.
You said your feet were swollen after?
Yeah, your feet, when you were at them high altitudes for a long period of time, your feet swell up, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's always good to wear something real comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Or some sandals or something that's going to allow your foot to expand without it hurting, because it's going to be like that for a few hours after you get off the flight, too. Or got the professor, you know what I'm saying, Professor Clump feet. You know
I
what
feel like you gotta stop making music and just focus on doing like a travel show or something.
Hey, yo, I actually was talking to my wife about that because a lot of people always ask us, like, yo, who's your travel agency? How could we book where y'all went and stuff like that? So I was just like, you know what? We need to start, you know what I'm saying, giving out some of this knowledge too, you know what I mean? And make it entertaining because it's fun to talk about. So I know it's fun to hear, you know what I mean?
Right. Who is your travel agency?
My wife.
I like that.
She relentless with the research, you know what I'm saying? She figure out the best places to go, the activities to do while we there and all that shit is dope, man. And she really always finds some shit that nobody ain't really thinking of, you know what I mean? So that's how we like to play.
I feel like your significant others are either really good at planning or really bad.
Facts.
And I think it's safe to say that you've been blessed.
Yes, I have.
With
Yes,
the
I
better
have.
of the two.
Yes, I have. Cause leave it up to us, we probably been in Miami. Like that's what I used
That's
to always
easy
do.
shit.
Yeah, easy, super easy. I don't gotta plan nothing. Yo, leave me on Ocean Drive.
Man.
Let me rent the Bentley. You know what I'm saying? Go to the Catalina and all that shit. Word.
I feel like in my past experiences, every woman who has been like my girlfriend has always been really bad at planning trips, like horrible. Like gotta stay in at like a Quality Inn and Suites. I'm like, why would we like why? I was like 22. I was like 21. I was young, but I was like, why we stay? I made the call. I got us like the top floor at the Hilton or whatever. I was like, no, we not staying here. We can't stay in here.
Yeah, man.
Like I said, it's either really good
Or really bad. Facts, man.
But I love how we're here 2 years later, since you last have been on the show.
Thanks.
And it's funny because like when we were last here, we were talking about the Statik album, right? And I progressively saw more different Statik projects come out in that time. I think 2 Coda the Friend X Statik albums came out in this time period too. I think Nick Caution got some shit with Statik, but we're finally here from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, man, from the horse's mouth, April 7th. Can't wait for y'all to hear it, man. It's like, been a long time coming. I made some alterations, within these 2 years just to make stuff feel a little more current and all that stuff like that. But yeah, man, this is a good body of work that me and Statik sat and we cooked on some real hip hop shit. Like I'll go in the studio. Calvin was there, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my man Calvin Schneider, you know what I mean? But he was there, you know what I mean? He was documenting it, him in Vegas, you know what I'm saying? Me and Statik could go in there, Statik could go through the vinyl. Well, he'll ask me like, yo, you want something fresh cooked up or you want to listen to some beats? Depending on how I'm feeling, what kind of time I was dealing with. But, he'll go through them vinyls, pull some joints out, scratch it up, pull a sample, and, I go right to work, you know what I'm saying? It was like a well-oiled machine, you know what I mean? And it was cool. I always had 183rd with me, you know what I'm saying? The homies got the witness, and, we just got to vibe out on some real live music, hip-hop shit. You know what I mean? Word.
So you were updating it as time went on?
Yeah. Just a couple tweaks, you know what I'm saying? Not anything too much, you know what I'm saying? Because I do feel like this is a timeless body of work, you know what I mean? But, I've experienced a lot in 2 years too, you know what I'm saying? So,
right.
You add a little. Palawan Don was a new
Palawan Don,
addition.
yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Word.
With the project too, is there anybody else on it with you or no?
Yeah.
Because when we're recording this, I don't have the feature list in front of me.
I got Davies, I got Spitter, got Rome Streets. Bun B, Planet Asia, Terminology, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Like, real rap, you know what I mean? So we all just came together and did what we do, you know what I mean? It was fun.
Is this another new Currency joint?
The one that I just dropped.
Okay, that's on it. Okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if you had another new one.
Nah, yeah. Shout out to Spitter. That was part of my rollout, me dropping that. This Thursday, actually, April 6th, I'm gonna drop the joint with Rome Streets. You know what I'm saying? And the album come out the 7th. The shit with Rome Streets is crazy.
Shout out
Rome.
Rome.
The video, shout out to Rome, man. He came to the video. He came to the video polo down, like word, on some real fly shit. And we did it at a horse ranch, you know what I mean?
Ooh.
So yeah, OD.
I go lie, I love the cover art for it you showed me. I'm like, it's like, it reminds me of like, man, back in the day, my pops used to tell me, because my pops is from the Bronx. It used to be like the Bronx Cowboys or something like that.
I'm about to say the Black Cowboys.
The Black Cowboys out of the Bronx, right?
Yep,
that's
yep.
what it reminds. That's what the cover art reminded me of. Because my pops, when I was a kid, he used to drive me around the Bronx, and he would be like, "That's where I don't remember what year they stopped being there, but he used to be like, that's where the Cowboys used to be. That's where the stables were. They used to be up and down the highway. All that shit like that.
Man, that shit was dope, and I just wanted to, of course. lend to my name, the big horse and all that, but you know, also just the the lifestyle of luxury, you know what I'm saying? Because equestrian, that ain't no cheap shit, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, to be on the ranch and, you know, even dealing with the people at the ranch, talking to them about the horses, you know what I'm saying, how much they cost, how much it costs for lessons, upkeep and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, just I'm always looking for things to expand my horizons mentally, and that right there was just like, damn, B. And there's people that do this, you know what I'm saying, on a regular. They raise their kids in this and all that, and it's like, you know, that shit I aspire to do, shit I aspire to be, you know what I'm saying? Just somebody that could, you know, dance on those different levels, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot higher than where I'm originally from, you know what I mean?
Right. I ain't gonna lie. Between you and Rome, y'all really inspired me to get a ring, man. I ain't gonna lie. Between you and Rome, man, because Rome come through with the big ass ring. You came through with the horse ring.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
even want a chain. Like, I feel like I just want a ring at this point.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. This is my baby right here, 2 fingers, man. I got this a couple years ago. I just wanted to do something a little different, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, all the rappers, we all got jewelry and all that shit. So it's just like, you know, how can I put myself on my hand, you know what I mean? So that's what that really was about. Just, you know, my style, just separating myself, you know what I mean, from everybody else, you know, going left when everybody going right type shit.
Right. So you're with Monarch now for this project, right?
Yes, shout out to Monarch.
When we last met, obviously you're still with Cinematic, you went independent.
Right.
So what was that transition like, going from one label to the independence to the new label for you?
It was cool. It was cool, man. But you know, with this project, I knew that I had something, so I felt like I wanted to expand my reach. And I started kicking it with Abe. I started kicking it with Abe. He the SVP at Monarch, so I was kicking it with him, and we was just, you know, playing tennis with the verbiage on how things could go and all that. And we settled down on something nice. I was talking to 4 labels at once, and they just had the best language for me, you know what I'm saying, as far as how things was going to go, kind of money it was going to be and all that. So I settled down with them, and I fuck with them, you know what I'm saying? The staff there is good, you know what I'm saying? My man JY, like I said, Abe, you know what I'm saying, there's a few others, and, you know, they just make sure that I got what I need, you know what I'm saying? I look how I need to look, sound how I need to sound, be where I need to be, you know what I mean?
I love that for you, man.
Too.
I love that. And I love the other project you got put out with Third and Smoke right before.
Diplomatic
Immunity. Yeah. That was tight.
Yeah. You know that was fucking as child's play. That's what we do on you know what I'm saying,
regular,
on our off days. Yeah, word.
Cause I would always go back and look for the Static tape too. I'd always be like, man, maybe I missed it. Really would be like, I consume so much music on like the weekly now. I'd be like, oh man, maybe I missed the Static tape with Nim, but we finally here now.
We here, man. I got, what is it, 10 joints, maybe 9, but yeah, man, I can't wait for you. You know, when we go off air, I play some joints, you know what I'm saying? I'll show you the videos and all that shit, cause I shot 5 videos.
Okay, already
so,
done, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We put out the first one in September. That was the one with Dave East. That's I Love the Game. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my bro East. And we was on my block on Money Ave, you know what I'm saying? Pulled the E series, the Beamer out. I think it was an E93 or some shit like that. Put that shit on the curb, right on the sidewalk in front of Greeks. You know what I'm saying? That's a store that I grew up going to when I was younger. My building was a couple doors down. And we just, you know, we had fun in there. Then we went to a record shop down at LES. I forget the name of them. Shout out to them. No, it was dope. They got covers all on the ceiling and shit. It was real dope. We shot in there. My little man Nico, third nephew, you know what I'm saying? He played a role in it, you know what I'm saying? Just a young kid that was exploring his, you know, his hip hop fetish, you know what I'm saying? And it was dope.
I feel like you always got like mad videos in the tuck when these projects are getting ready.
Facts.
I feel like that's one thing that you always do really well. Cause I think even with the last project that we was talking when you was here, you were like, oh yeah, I already shot like 4 or 5 videos for this shit.
High Horse too. Yeah. Me and Third. Facts. We shot 4 videos. I'm a nigga, I don't like to work backwards chasing my tail. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have my shit already together before release. That way I could just focus on releasing instead of trying to still add to the body of work. You know what I'm saying? Visually, however. I mean, preparation. Like we was talking about preparation.
Right, and like even like that kind of goes into what you said, when shit gets tough, remember that it was easy, everybody would be successful.
Facts. And you know, it is tough to be successful, but that's why only some people are, you know what I mean? Because it take discipline. And a lot of people ain't disciplined, you know what I mean? So, well.
Word. Well, by the time y'all see this, From the Horse's Mouth out now.
Facts.
Static, Selektah, Nimlo. You know
Shout
what I'm
out my
saying?
bro Static too, man.
Where do we go from here?
Shit, up.
Up.
Arriba, you know what I mean?
Back out of New York.
Oh, yeah. I'll probably get on the flight after I leave here.
Next next stop you want to fly to?
Shit, Bora Bora or Australia, man. I think I want to touch on.
Oh, yeah, we talking about Bora Bora, yeah.
Yeah, or the black sand beaches out in Australia. Go fuck with my man Cowboy. Cowboy, if you listening, man, I'm on my way, man. I'm gonna call you, man.
Word. Cal, you got a Cal's question for this one? Come on, Cal's questions. Let's get this money.
My man Calvin.
Hello, welcome back to another episode of Cal's Questions. Nim, my question for you today is, you're a man that's very well traveled, like we were talking about before, you've been to so many countries all around the world. I'm sure you've seen a lot of things. I'm sure you've learned a lot of things. But what's one thing that you've seen on your travels that's really stuck with you?
Thanks, my boy.
One thing that I seen that stuck with me. How beautiful Africa was. That stuck with me a lot because prior to me ever going there, the general consensus and the way that they market it to us over here is like Africa is just like fucked up and everybody
Like a third world
starving.
country.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't like that. Like I went to Africa. I've been to South Africa, Cape Town, and Johannesburg. Then I went to Tanzania and I went to Stone Town. And these are all like beautiful places, especially Tanzania. That's East Africa, I believe. But like the beaches, the water, the opulence, like, you know what I'm saying? But if I would have never went there, I still think his kids with flies on his eyeballs and all that, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere you go. And I mean, of course, there are some places where it's poverty. It's a lot of poverty, everywhere.
Right, just like in
Africa's
America,
huge.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's huge, but there's places that's beautiful. There's places that, like the food is good. The experience is just very, very opposite of what I thought initially going there. You know what I mean?
Right. I feel like that's kind of like the same sentiment when you see like when they do movies and like they do movies and they're in Mexico or they're in like the Middle East, there's always that yellow tint on the movie. When in like reality, like it's not.
It ain't that.
That yellow, like it's not like you go to Mexico or like Africa and there's like a yellow tint everywhere.
Nah,
like,
it ain't.
It's
it
like
ain't at all,
it's beautiful, and I think that's like the one thing that America is like so poor at, is just like being able to portray other places in the world.
They do that shit on purpose, man.
Of course.
They don't want you going there. You know what I'm saying? They want you to stay right here.
Of course. That's like when I haven't been to Africa yet, but I think we might go this year because my people want to go out to Ghana for like the holiday season because it's super lit out there.
Yeah.
But even like I hadn't really seen too much of like the Ghanaian landscape until like this past year, where all my friends were out there for the celebrations and shit like that, and they were sending me videos. I'm like, yo, this is so beautiful. But I've never seen it before, so I wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? So
that's how I was. I was just like that, man. Then I get there and I go to like Nungui Beach, and the fucking water's like pastel blue and the sand is super white, and the food, they got the food laid out. You know what I'm saying? You pick, just like everything was so high level. You know what I mean? And it was just like, wow, this is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then, me as a black man, it's just like it is a different connection that you feel when you get there. Like, damn, man. Like, I can't really explain it, but it's like, damn.
it's like a spiritual thing, too.
Yeah, I guess. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, damn, I'm in Africa right now. Like, you know what I mean? This is where it started. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it was dope. But that's definitely the thing that I took away the most in all my travels. You know what I'm saying? I probably hit like 30 plus countries or something like that, but Africa is definitely up there, like top 5.
That's fine, man. Well, by the time you've seen this, he's probably in Australia or Bora Bora.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
From the Horse's Mouth out now, performance out now, so make sure you go check that out. Before we get out of here, my brother, you know the drill. Anything else you want to let the people know where they could follow you at, all that good stuff? Now's the time to do it. This camera right here.
Yeah. NYMLO on Instagram, Twitter. I don't really be on Twitter like that, but I'm trying to be active and all that shit. It's a lot of typing. But
It definitely is. Definitely is.
Yeah, man. April 7th, From the Horse's Mouth, man. Produced entirely by Statik, Selektah. Shout out my boy. We got something for y'all, man. April 6th, Crystal Controls featuring Rome Streets is going to be dropping on all DSPs and video, know what I mean, on YouTube. And, yeah, man, I'm I'm probably gonna be out of here after this, so don't look for me.
Don't look for him because he's out the country already by the time y'all seeing this. From the horse's mouth out now. Shout out Statik Selektah on the beats. Shout out my brother Nimlo on the building. Performance out now. Go follow him. Go show him some love. Go show him some support. Love is free. Support is free. But y'all already knew that. Till next time, we out. Bah, on the radar.
My man.